1019, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and BigGTV.
The Coach's Show is brought to you by JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, jewelry, letter jackets, yearbooks, graduation products, and more online at jhacompany.com. Danny Burr here with you. I am extremely pleased to be joined by Siegel football mastermind Adam Renshaw. Coach Renshaw, how are you this morning?
Not feeling too mastermindish, but I appreciate it.
Well, Coach, I'm going to say this. I think that coaches sometimes get too much credit and get too much blame. And a lot of that, the blame part you put on yourself. And I know just my experiences with you, you're not a guy who's going to say, hey, look at me, I'm the one who done this. But you're always the guy that'll say, hey, it's my fault, whether it is or whether it's not. So don't beat yourself up too bad, Coach.
Well, I appreciate that. But, tough deal. You got a lot of kids that worked extremely hard. And I talked to them last night, and I said, sometimes one of the toughest things in life is you give something everything and you come up short. And, you got to get up and you got to get back at it the next day. And that's the nature of adulthood. We got a lot of parents that do that for their kids. And hopefully, kids that play football, they learn to do that later on in life for their kids.
Well, I think we've talked about this before. Football is a training ground for life. I know 37-0, I think, was the final last night at Riverdale. Is that right?
Sir.
So not the way you wanted it to go, but that's life, is it not?
No, it is. It is. And, you look at the game, I thought defensively we started off well. They had an explosive on special teams there on the kickoff return, and our defense held and actually got them out on fourth down, and just struggled to make some plays offensively last night, and some things that I felt like we'd be better at, but we got to keep working on.
Well, sometimes when things don't necessarily go your way, it's almost like the floodgates open and the snowball builds and it just rolls downhill rather quickly. And I know Riverdale is a pretty talented team.
They are, and they do some things that really stresses you defensively. That's why I was proud of how our defense started last night. They spread you out, and man, you got to cover a lot of grass to stop those guys. And honestly, I think our defense did a pretty good job of that last night.
So, Coach, let's talk about the defense a little bit more. I want to mention the Smyrna Ready Mix solid performer of the game last night for Siegel, and that's senior linebacker Mason Grisham, inside linebacker. Really the leader on defense for you guys, right?
Yeah, him and Bryson Green are our two inside backers, and they do a lot to get us lined up, and they play in the middle of the field, and I mean, they're just kind of all over the place, and awesome kids, great character kids. Couldn't be prouder of them, and tough loss last night, but I thought Mason was all over the field and Bryson was also.
So, Coach, I want to talk a little bit about program here, about Siegel football program. I was made aware last night that at, I think, last week's game, not last night's game, but last week's game, you had a visit from Josh Heupel from the University of Tennessee come and look at your big offensive lineman, who's a stud, by the way.
Yes, sir.
So that's got to be a little bit of a feather in the cap that you've got players that a Power 5 conference coach is coming to look at. Good for the whole program, agree or disagree?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. It's great for the program. Of course, Princeton right now, he's got everybody in the country looking at him. And the cool thing about Princeton is he's a humble kid. I mean, I'm not even sure if he's even on social media, but he works so hard. He comes from a great family. And, you watch him play, he's a dominating player.
No, he is, no doubt. I've seen him. The kid can move. He's got great feet. He's got great size. Looks like he's got great heart, effort, all those things that roll into being a good football player.
Yeah, and even more than those things, he's a great teammate. He's turned into a leader on the offensive line, and, I mean, those are his friends, and just a tremendous family. And, he's you can tell kids with good raising, and he's one of them.
Well, good raising is always good. So the thing that brings, I think, to the program as well is for the other kids, because, they can be there watching him, but if somebody that gives somebody else a chance to shine, and that can be a little bit of a motivation for them too, because sometimes you can find that diamond in the rough when you're looking at one kid and you see somebody else.
Yeah, no
The
doubt.
air crackles with tension.
Getting
Watch
college
out. How do you
eyes on
plan
your
to
players is
outmaneuver
always
those
a good
sneaky
thing.
foes?
But I also have to give credit to Coach Heifel at Tennessee. Just an awesome staff of good people, and as a high school football coach, your home state program, to know that they're good people. They try to make their guys quality men too, and so looking at their program and seeing how they do things, just impressive people. And I couldn't be prouder to be in a state that has Coach Heifel and his staff leading our flagship university program.
Because at the end of the day, it's about growing young men.
Exactly right. And there's been times I've been coaching for 26 years, and I think there's times the college football coaching business is probably as ugly as it's ever been. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on out there to get kids, but I think there's a man of character behind that program. And so, getting to know him, he also recruited another player of ours, Teron Grant, a few years ago, and getting to know him and their staff, it's been a blessing to me personally, because I think they're good people.
Coach, I agree with you 100% on that. So let's talk a little bit about offense. I know offense didn't go the way you wanted to last night, but tell me a little bit about some of the kids that you got that are shining on offense that you're looking to kind of step up this coming week.
Yeah, well, we got Bryson Vaughn back at left guard, and we felt like that was a big deal trying to get him going. I thought Braylon Albee played extremely hard. It's tough last night after the game. He's disappointed. He wouldn't play well. He wanted to win, but I'm just extremely proud of his growth and where he is. As a young adult. Drew Hostetler, we asked him to do something a little different last night. He actually went on defense and was a speed rusher for us on certain down and distance situations. And so he would go from receiver to rushing off the edge a little bit. And again, it's frustrating, the offensive performance last night, but I thought those kids were trying to play hard and give us all they got.
No, that's all you can ask for. I mean, if effort is where it begins.
Yes, sir. And Riverdale has a talented defense that can put pressure on you, but I do think we don't have an effort problem on offense. We just have an execution problem. It seems like a hold or a turnover will jump up and bite us, and it's really been frustrating. But I know, man, our coaches are working hard on it. I'm working hard, and we're going to do everything we can to get after Blackman next week. So
that's what I want to roll into next, Coach. New week, new challenge. You go to Blackman, is that right, or do you host Blackman?
We host Blackman, yes, sir.
Okay, so will this be your last home game of the year? Or
No, sir, we actually have 2 home games left. We end with Laverne on Thursday night the week after.
So the good news you got, because your early season schedule was road laden, right? I mean, you were road warriors early, and then you get to finish at home. So that's kind of good, isn't it, that you get to be at home the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, no doubt. And we've got a really cool atmosphere at Siegel, and so I think the boys being able to finish up in their home stadium these next 2 weeks and try to get a win and see what we can do to try and get in the playoff mix, I think that's big for them.
Well, Coach, I agree. You do have a very cool atmosphere there with the lights and the turf field and everything like that. And that's obviously another part of the program that kind of makes things even more special. Would you agree?
Yeah, well, it's just part of the Siegel community. We have a tremendous support from our local businesses. Our Booster Club does an awesome job of trying to take care of our kids and take care of our program. And again, our school personnel takes a lot of pride in our facility, not just the football program. And so, we've got an awesome place to play, and we just need to put good football in it.
Well, when you talk about, people, Greg Wyatt, Larry Creasy, the principal, you've got good people there, and that means a lot for you, I'm sure, as a football coach, to know you've got that solid support staff behind you.
Oh, no doubt. And, the standard for all of our programs is the same. And, I mean, we're about education-based athletics, but we get out there between the lines. The standard is to win, and we don't back up from that, and to do it in the right way. And so we have awesome people, and I'm lucky to be supported by them.
Education-based athletics. I love it, Coach. That's what it's supposed to be all about, education-based athletics. So let's talk a little bit about education for just a second. We mentioned Josh Heupel. Today, huge day for Tennessee. Tennessee at Bama. Give me your thoughts.
Oh, well, oddly enough, my wife grew up an Alabama fan, so our first fight was over the Tennessee-Alabama game in 1995, I believe it was. So, there's a long history of, I would say, Alabama hate week in my family. So, but yeah, my wife now may be turning, though. We got a daughter at UT, and she's volunteering with a football program. So, there's a chance she may actually wear orange at some point.
Well, orange is awfully pretty colored. She needs to understand that, right?
Yeah, well, I've been trying to tell her that for 27 years now.
Because in '95, I think Tennessee won that game, didn't they? Because
yes, sir, they did.
With Peyton Manning at quarterback, I believe. Yeah. So that's very good. So, okay, Coach. Well, listen, we certainly appreciate your time. If you want to see some good action and a great atmosphere, get over there to Siegel High School. Siegel Nation, Coach Renshaw, appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate it.
The Coach's Show is brought to you by Rick Hall with Rayburn Insurance Agency in Smyrna. Give Rick a call for auto, home, business, and life insurance needs. Find out more online at rayburn.net.